Hello everybody and welcome to the East Shore Wiffle Ball League. The matchup that you're about to see is between the Stealth Bombers and the Freedom. Before we begin, let's take a look at their rosters. For the Stealth Bombers, we have Captain Joe Colon, Assistant Captain Jesse Clark, Tyler Miller, Will Cleland, Ariel Cologne, Tino Cologne, Donovan Wirtz, James Furjanic, Zach Dagg, Noel McGurl, Kenton Travis, Josh Miller, Ryan Mail, and Matt Ferguson. For the Freedom, we have Captain Hunter Crawford, Jarrett Shuey, Tony Dumez, Trevor Hoke, Ron Hoffman, and Alex Polino. One thing to note before we begin is the Freedom were playing a little injured in this game as, well, I have stitches in my right elbow right now, so I was swinging one-handed and throwing lefty as I'm a righty, and also Jarrett Shuey had some tight hamstring issues. An additional thing to note that I just thought of is that this game is actually going to be our last regular season game of the season. So playoffs will start after this game, as the game after this game got canceled due to that game not having any effect on the standing. So with that, let's get right on into the action. All right, on the mound for the Freedom is Tony Dumez as he strikes out Jesse Clark to start off the ball game for the first out. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate, ground ball left side. Jarrett Shuey gets past him. Matt Ferguson rounding first on his way to second, and he's going to be safe at second. Now, Josh Miller up to the plate. Josh watches ball four. Now the Stealth Bombers have a man on first and second. Tyler Miller in his season debut, swing and missing for the second out of the inning. Now Jesse Clark back up to the plate as he swings and misses. Strike three for the final out of the inning, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the first. The Stealth Bombers not able to score any, as now the Freedom are coming to bat. And to note again, the Freedom do have a few injuries, so hopefully that doesn't affect any of their hitting, as Jesse Clark's on the mound for the Stealth Bombers, and he strikes out Jarrett Shuey for the first out of the inning. Now Tony Dumez up to the plate as he pops it up, and that's going to be a little bloop base hit for Tony, as now the Freedom have a man on first. Hunter Crawford up to the plate, and he hits a ground ball left side. Josh Miller flipping it to second, but not in time, as now they're going to have a man on first and second. Now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he drives it right field. Tyler Miller not able to catch it. Hunter hurdling the ball, and now the bases are loaded with Tony Dumez coming to the plate. Tony, line drive left side off of Josh Miller's hands, and Hunter Crawford's going to score the first run of the ball game, as now the score is 1-0 and the bases stay loaded. Hunter Crawford back up to the plate as he swings and misses for the second out of the inning. Now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate, swing and missing for the third out of the inning, as now we're going to be heading into the top of the second. The Freedom able to score one run on Tony Dumez's line drive to left field that hit off of Josh's hands. So now the Stealth Bombers looking to get on the board, as Matt Ferguson's going to lead things off, and he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Now Josh Miller up to the plate as he watches ball four, and now they're going to have a man on first. Now Tyler Miller up to the plate, line drive up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit, as now they're going to have a man on first and second. Jesse Clark up to the plate as he swings and misses for the second out of the inning. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he watches strike three on a beautiful pitch by Tony Dumez, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the second. The score still 1-0, as the Freedom are going to look to add a little insurance to their lead now, with Tony Dumez leading it off here for the Freedom.
Don't pick up your foot.
And he hits a ground ball left side. Josh Miller grabs it, throws it to first, and it looks like they tied, so Tony's going to be safe at first. Hunter Crawford up to the plate, ground ball left side, and Josh throwing it to second, but not in time, as now they have a man on first and second. Jarrett Shuey now up to the plate as he watches ball four, and now the bases are loaded. Now Tony Dumez up to the plate, pops it up, and Tyler Miller catching it for the first out of the inning, and the bases stay loaded. Now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he hits a ball up the middle. Tyler Miller not going to have a play, as he could have tagged second possibly, but Jarrett Shuey is going to score, making the score 2-0. Jarrett Shuey now up to the plate, hits it to Josh Miller, catching it for the second out of the inning. Tony Dumez now up to the plate as he swings and misses for the third out of the inning. As now we're going to be heading into the top of the third. The Stealth Bombers need 2 runs to tie and 3 to take the lead here. So let's see if they can do it. Now, Josh Miller leading it off here. As he's going to drive it, left field, Chewy not able to catch it, as that is a solo shot for Josh Miller, as he puts the Stealth Bombers on the board, as now the score is 2-1. And the Stealth Bombers are definitely in this. They have the ability to make this comeback, so let's see if they can do it. Now Tyler Miller up to the plate, as he swings and misses on a great pitch by Tony for the first out of the inning. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate as he drives it center field as it bounces up against the wall. What a great hit by Jesse, as that looked like it might have had enough to get out, but just a long single. As now Matt Ferguson pops that up. Hunter Crawford catching it at second base for the second out of the inning. Now Josh Miller up to the plate as it's ground ball back to the pitcher, and Tony Dumas got hit in the face with that ball as he's holding his eye right now. Let's take an instant replay look at that one just to see what really happened while we're waiting to see if he's okay. As there was a line drive, it hits him in the foot, and it kicks straight up and hits him right in the eye. And he has glasses on, so it looks like those glasses just pushed right into his eye. Ah, that's not good. But it does look like Tony is going to be okay. And the Stealth Bombers are going to have a man on first and third with Tyler Miller coming to the plate. Tyler watching strike 3 for the third out of the inning. As you can see, that injury did not affect Tony's pitches as he was able to K Tyler there to end the game. And the Freedom win game number 1 by a score of 2-1. As the Stealth Bombers were just not quite able to come back, as they did have that tying run on third, but just not able to capitalize. As now we're heading into game number 2. Tony Dumas back on the mound for the Freedom, as Jesse Clark's going to lead it off. And he watches strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
The worst part is I knew that was hitting too.
Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he pops it up left side. Jared Shuey not able to get there in time because he does have that tight hamstring going on right now. So that's just going to be a base hit. Now, Josh Miller up to the plate. Line drive, center field. Hunter Crawford catches it. Throws it at Matt with his injured arm. And he gets him out for the third out of the inning. Great double play as Matt was just too far off the bag there. And Hunter able to peg him out. So now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the first as the score is all knotted up at 0 apiece. So let's see if the Freedom can get on the board with Jarrett Shuey going to lead things off. And he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Now Tony Dumas up to the plate as he drives it center field. That ball's gone! A solo home run for Tony Dumas. As now Hunter Crawford up to the plate. Swing and missing for the second out of the inning. Now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and they have a man on first now. Tony Dumas now up to the plate as he drives it center field. That ball's gone. A 2-run home run for Tony Dumas, and that's his second home run of the inning.
You forget something.
Now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he lines it left field. It's going to hit up against the fence, and he's going to reach first safely for a single. Now Jarrett Shuey coming to the plate. And he swings and misses for the third out of the inning. As now we're going to be heading into the top of the second. The Freedom able to get on the board, all because of 2 home runs by Tony Dumas. A solo shot and a 2-run home run. As now the score is 3-0. And the Stealth Bombers looking to get on the board here, with Tyler Miller leading it off. And he hits it, ground ball left side, and he's going to reach safely for a leadoff single. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate as he pops it up right side. Tony Dumas catching it, and Tyler Miller did not tag up, so Tony's just going to tag first to get the double play, as that is the first and second out of the inning. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he hits it, line drive up the middle, and he's going to reach first safely. Now they have a man on first with Josh Miller coming to the plate. Josh hits it left side. Chewy not going to have a play, as now we have a man on first and second. Tyler Miller now coming to the plate. As he hits it to center field, Hunter Crawford catching it for the third out of the inning. As now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the second. The Stealth Bombers still getting shut out here as the score is 3-0. So the Freedom now coming to the plate, looking to add to their lead and add a little bit of insurance here. As Jesse Clark's going back out to the mound for the Stealth Bombers, just trying to shut the Freedom down here. Now Tony Dumez up to the plate as he pops it up center field, and Matt Ferguson is going to secure it for the first out. Now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and they have a man on first now. Now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he swings and misses for the second out of the inning. Now Tony Dumez up to the plate as he hits it, ground ball left side, and they're not going to have a play, as now there's a man on first and second. Hunter Crawford now coming to the plate as he swings and misses on what looked like a riser from Jesse for the third out of the inning. As now we're going to be heading into the top of the third. The Stealth Bombers need 3 runs to tie and 4 to take the lead, while Tony Dumez is going to go back out there and try to keep this shutout alive. So let's see if he can do it. And leading it off for the Stealth Bombers is Jesse Clark, as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he hits it left field. Shuey catching it for the second out, as he's limping a little bit there still with the tight hamstring. Now Josh Miller up to the plate, high drive left field. That ball's gone. A solo home run for Josh Miller as he breaks the shutout, making the score 3-1. As he puts the Stealth Bombers on the board here. The Stealth Bombers now 2 runs away from tying this thing up. Let's see if they can do it. Now Tyler Miller up to the plate as he swings and misses for the final out of the game, as the Freedom win game number 2 by a score of 3-1. So now the Stealth Bombers are going to be going into game number 3, trying to prevent a sweep here, as the Freedom have won game 1 and game 2 by stellar performance on the mound by Tony Dumez. So now we're going to be heading into game number 3, and Jarrett Shuey's going to be on the mound now for the Freedom, as Matt Ferguson's going to lead it off. Matt, ground ball left side, and Tony throwing it over the first and throwing it away. Hunter Crawford's going to grab it and throws it with his left arm the whole way to third, but it's not in time, as Matt's going to end up at third base. Now, Josh Miller up to the plate, watching ball 4, and now they have a man on first and third. Now, Jesse Clark up to the plate as he chips it into the zone for the first out of the inning. Now, Tyler Miller up to the plate as he hits it left side. That's off the fence. Matt Ferguson's going to score from third, as now the score is 1-0, and they have a man on first and second. Now, Matt Ferguson with the check swing as he's going to walk, so now the bases are loaded. Josh Miller up to the plate. High drive, center field. Hunter Crawford catching it, and Tyler Miller not tagging, as now that is the second out of the inning. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate as he hits a hard line drive right to Hunter as he catches it for the third out. As if that was hit anywhere else, that was probably a base hit. That was hit pretty hard there by Jesse. But Jarrett Shuey able to get out of bases loaded trouble, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the first. The Freedom looking to get on the board, as the Stealth Bombers were able to score off a Tyler Miller RBI single. And now Josh Miller is going to be on the mound here for the Stealth Bombers, as Tony Dumez is going to lead it off. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it ramps off of Jesse's arms and goes in the foul territory, as Tony's safe at first. Now Hunter Crawford up to the plate, hits it center field. Jesse grabbing it and throws it at Tony for the first out of the inning. Good play by Jesse there. Now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he pops it up left side. Matt Ferguson catching it for the second out of the inning. Now Tony Dumez coming to the plate as he watches ball 4 and gets hit there. And now they're going to have a man on first and second. Hunter Crawford up to the plate, pops it up center field, and it's going to land, but Jesse Clark's going to just tag second base for the third out of the inning, as the Freedom are getting shut out right now, not able to score any there in their half of the inning, as now we're going to be heading into the top of the second, and the Stealth Bombers looking to add a little bit of padding to their 1-0 lead. as Jarrett Shuey's back on the mound with Tyler Miller leading it off. And he watches strike 3 on a nice curveball by Shuey for the first out. Now Matt Ferguson up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and they have a man on first. Josh Miller up to the plate watching ball 4 as well. Back-to-back walks. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate as he swings and misses for the second out of the inning. Now Tyler Miller up to the plate as he hits a ground ball left side. Tony Dumas going to grab it. Foot race to third, and he does beat Matt for the third out of the inning. As now we're heading into the bottom of the second with the Stealth Bombers still in the lead here 1-0, as now the Freedom are coming to the plate looking to try and break up the shutout here and trying to get on the board. So let's see if they can do it. Jarrett Shuey leading it off, and he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Now Tony Dumas up to the plate as he pops it up to the pitcher, Josh, catching it for the second out of the inning. Now Hunter Crawford up to the plate as he pops it up right side, Josh Miller catching it, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning there for those Stealth Bombers. Josh looking very solid on the mound here in game number 3, as now we're going to be heading into the top of the third. The Stealth Bombers still in the lead by a score of 1-0, as the Freedom are still getting shut out. So the Stealth Bombers looking to add to their lead, as now Matt Ferguson leading it off. He pops it up to the pitcher, Jarrett, and he catches it, avoiding the bucket for the first out of the inning. Now Josh Miller up to the plate, ground ball left side, and Tony Dumas throwing it to first. Hunter Crawford able to avoid it from going out of play, but Josh is going to be safe at first. Now Jesse Clark up to the plate as he hits a ground ball right side. Hunter Crawford grabs it, flips it to Shuey at second, and Josh is going to be aggressive and end up at third. So now they have 2 outs with a man on third. Tyler Miller now up to the plate as he watches ball 4, and now they have a man on first and third. Matt Ferguson swing and missing for the third out of the inning, as now we're going to be heading into the bottom of the third. The Stealth Bombers still in the lead here 1-0, and Josh Miller's going to be going back out to the mound trying to keep the shutout alive, and the Freedom need just 1 run to tie and 2 to walk it off. So let's see if they can do it. As now Jarrett Shuey leading it off, and he pops it up to the pitcher, Josh, catching it for the first out of the inning. Now Tony Dumas up to the plate as he pops it up, Josh Miller catching it for the second out of the inning. And now Alex Polino is going to be coming into the ball game, replacing Hunter Crawford as a pinch hitter, making his season debut. So let's see if he can come in clutch. And he watches ball 4 as the tying run now reaches first as he draws a walk. And now Jarrett Shuey up to the plate as he watches ball 4, back-to-back walks, and now the winning run is on first base. Tony Dumas up to the plate as it's ground ball left side, and Josh Miller just gonna tag third for the final out of the game as the Stealth Bombers win game number 3 by the score of 1-0, and they prevent the sweep as the Freedom won games 1 and game 2, but the Stealth Bombers winning game 3. We were actually supposed to have one more regular season series, but after the results of this series, it turns out that that other series would not have any effect on the standings. So one of the teams requested if we just cancel that game just to give their players some additional rest before playoffs. So with that, that is the end of our 2024 regular season, and now we are heading into playoffs. So be on the lookout for a video for our first semifinal matchup between the Freedom and the Crawdads. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you around next time.
One day. One day. One day, I told you.